Hey friends, Pastor Michael from Organic Church. We're excited for another season of growing together. We'd love to have you join us on Sunday mornings at 10 or Wednesday evenings at 7 for friends, family, and a whole lot of Jesus.
Well, I'd say they're desperate. Desperate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're on, just so you know. But Beth, are they nurses that weren't? Is it a nursing position that's not?
Medical assistants.
Okay.
And the pay's so different compared to other areas.
That's what I was thinking.
And that's what hurts.
Yeah. I mean, even, like I think a lot of people from Philly and Dover area, if I lived in Philly or Dover, I would probably travel to Canton just to get, $5 more an hour, whatever it may be. Like my neighbor that I was just telling you about, she's getting, what'd she say? $13 more an hour just going to Union.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to Dover, you know what I mean?
But they're hard to work for, though.
I'm sure. Yeah, I am sure.
We've had a lot come back from there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is your mic working?
I don't know, is it?
Yeah, it's working.
Okay.
Well,
I couldn't hear her. I couldn't hear her the way I can hear you two.
Well, I never talk right into mine.
Okay.
Let me see. Keep talking, Beth. Say something.
Hello.
Is that better?
I mean, you just sound a little farther away. That's all.
I did have to change my my ears or something earlier, so I wasn't sure if something else needed adjusted too. But
so you're pushing buttons, huh?
not pushing, turning.
Oh, okay.
Well, I hope you guys have got a lot to talk about, and we don't get to me because I've stumbled all over this one.
Well, you've got way more than what I've got.
Hey, some of mine really just came to me this afternoon, so.
I was actually ready. I was ready.
I mean,
last
I thought I
week.
was ready, and then wasn't ready.
Did you do the right one? That'd be
I think so.
That would be me. I mean,
Me thinks I did.
Oh, okay.
Well, I just was a little, like I said, I was a little confused on which direction you were going with this. So I had to
it was abroad. I always like to leave
That's
things.
the beauty of it.
Yeah, I like to leave things open to how you want to approach it, because maybe that makes it interesting if we approach it from a different direction. But yeah, I was just thinking about, okay, if you only had 5 takeaways or 5 things, that you could put in your toolbox, that those 5 things that you use most often. Let's say it's on your top drawer of your toolbox, that when you're going through life, when either if things are going tough or perhaps when things are going good, what are those things that you feel like you constantly use in your daily life? If it's prayer, if it's, like I said, if there's a certain book of the Bible you go back to that, gives you strength, that gives you guidance, just anything like that. So it could be a mix of the two. Maybe here's a couple things that, when things are going good and I'm appreciative of, but okay, then I got to have a couple things for things aren't going so good.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't have to be set on any one thing.
Yeah.
See, you got it covered.
I do.
Yeah.
He covered it all. I don't have to talk anymore.
Roger, what do you have?
I got a hammer, a screwdriver, a pair of pliers.
Well, what does your hammer? I guess we should say
What is your spiritual hammer?
Yeah.
I guess it would be my heavenly language.
Oh.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. I like that.
I like that too.
That hammers down the enemy all the time. So.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it.
That's it? That's all we get?
That's all I got. I'm going to take a nap.
Well, wait. You said your hammer?
Yeah.
Your tool belt?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, wait a minute.
I
want to know more about this.
Belt.
I want to know more about this language.
Yeah.
Like, give us an example.
Well, I mean, if a lot of times if I'm having trouble doing something, I a lot of times when you're having a difficulty doing something, it's the enemy working on you.
Mm-hmm.
He's wanting you to lose your temper, get excited, start swearing, anything to be on his side. And so, a lot of times I'll just take, I'll just start, talking to the Lord in my heavenly language, and then I don't know, it kind of like a peace comes over you, and
self-control.
Yeah.
You keep,
and you believe me, sometimes I have a real hard time with self-control. Depends on the situation. But then if you do lose self-control after you've come back down to earth, you think, why did I, that was about the dumbest thing you could have did. You should have just prayed about it more, longer and harder. But sometimes, situations come up where you got to think right now instead of, pondering on it. You got to, but there again, that's where it comes, engage your brain before you open your mouth. Think about what you're going to say. Who's it going to hurt? Is it going to hurt you? Is it going to hurt somebody else? So.
Well, that lines up with one of mine, but I couldn't put it into words because I was thinking about, is it prayer? And then the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, it's not quite prayer, because to me, it's almost like it's having an open dialogue with the Lord at all times. So it's not like setting myself up for prayer in privacy, or, taking the time to get in the moment and, making time for prayer as most of us do. But it's one of those things, like you're saying, Roger, like you're in a situation where, you become aware, you're in the moment, and you don't want to act out, even though if inside you might be just bubbling at the top. Right. But that's when you start having that inner dialogue with the Lord, almost as He's walking with you through that situation.
Yeah, and you really don't have to say it out, to where anybody else can hear you.
Mm-hmm.
You can say it in your mind, because the Lord, He knows all about us, so He's going to read your mind and see see how you're feeling, and you're asking Him for guidance.
Yeah. Oh, and you're letting Him take control of the situation. Right. You're not trying to control the whole situation.
Yeah.
He's there with you, and it's almost as if, He's your right-hand man in that situation. So He can help you, He can guide you to say the right things, He can give you that, self-control to where, hey, there's been plenty of times for me, like I'll go through that situation, and like I said, inside bubbling at the top. So I may, after it's all over, I may go in private and vent a little bit.
Right.
Because you can't hold everything in forever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just not humanly possible to hold in all your emotions all the time. And it's probably not healthy to do that. But you can wait sometimes till you're in private, and then you can go, what in the world was that all about? And you can maybe say a few words and kind of get the anger out, get the frustration out. But it's, but in the moment, especially if you're in a leader type position, if people are looking to you for guidance, as you said, if you lose self-control, then everybody's going to.
Right.
The whole situation can only get worse.
Yeah, it's going
once you lose it.
Escalates from there.
Yeah. And for me, sometimes that's the only thing stopping me, is just having that open dialogue, where Jesus is always riding shotgun.
Yeah, that's your personal relationship with
him.
Yeah.
That's you're always communicating with Him. It doesn't necessarily have to be in prayer, but you're always...
Yeah, so that's definitely in my top 5.
When you always say open dialogue, it makes me think of like an open diary, like, just writing to him or something. And have you guys watched both of the Stitches, the original and then the new one? So the original, Lilo is saying to the guy, like, yeah, my sister, she likes your hair. And he's like, oh, did she tell you that? And he's like, well, no, I read it in her diary. But then in the new one, it's like, yeah, she likes your hair. And he's like, well, did she tell you that? He's like, well, no, I read her text messages, so and I'm like, oh, okay, open dialogue. Like if a younger person needs to try to, I don't know, break it down some, like it's almost like you're writing to him every day or texting him all day, every day. Like you're texting your boyfriend all day, every day, probably, like that's the way they should be looking at it,
That's a great example. I'm sure plenty of people, they're having a tough day. They're in the moment. And at the same time, they're probably texting whoever's saying this is a bunch of BS or and venting to whoever it is that is on their phone. Meanwhile, they're not venting to the one person they should be.
Well, and not only
that can actually help them.
Yeah, and not only like even I'm sure Margie doesn't 100% understand all of the issues that go on at your work, but she tries to understand. But it's like if you would at least vent to both of them, like to Margie and God, like. He might be able to help you a little more because he actually knows 100% where you're coming from. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, he knows you inside and out.
Yeah.
So he knows what emotions you're struggling with. He knows exactly why you're struggling with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he knows your strengths and your weaknesses. And just having that open dialogue, he can make up for a lot of those weaknesses when you're going through those moments.
Yeah.
So yeah, that definitely for me is. So we thought about that a little bit differently, but more or less it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing, only different.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of, was it John Deere when he said only smaller?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, it's green.
Yeah.
That's a dumb commercial. They're all dumb. They are. I mean,
yeah. It seems like they just keep getting worse too.
Somebody didn't know what they were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
They said to scratch your head and say, that was a waste of 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do that sometimes. I have no idea what is that about?
Somebody got paid to come up?
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah.
I could act stupid and get paid big bucks.
And someone paid to put this on? Like,
yeah,
what?
somebody had looked at that and said, that is fantastic. Mm-hmm. We got to put that out right now.
That's what's wrong with the country right now.
We can't do any better than that there.
That's what's wrong with the country right now. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. What's the consequences? Truth or consequences. Oh, that's probably before your time, wasn't it, Sid?
Yeah.
I know about it.
Okay.
What's it from?
It was a TV show.
Oh, that was a TV show. That's what it was called?
Yeah, Truth or Consequences.
Like a game show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Like Lawrence Welk.
Lawrence Welk?
Yeah. You never watched Lawrence Welk?
Isn't he on like at 3 a.m.?
Well, he is now. Yeah. Before he was prime time.
On actual cable.
Every Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Big time wrestling, Saturday nights.
Yeah, that I remember. Yeah, that I miss.
That was the only TV that my grandfather would ever watch.
Just wrestling?
He was from the old country. He was from Slovakia, and he spoke very little English. But Saturday night, he knew when wrestling was on. He'd be in the room just baiting on the couch and
speaking his heavenly language.
Yeah.
A heavenly headlock.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, Sid, you got one?
Yeah, a little bit. So the first one was 2 Corinthians 5:17. That is the first Bible verse that I learned. I think I was like 7 or 8, but I think it was during summer break maybe, but it was with my grandpa. And I don't know, I just always go back to it because it I'll read it. Let's see. 2 Corinthians 5:17. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old is gone, the new has come. Which the one that I memorized wasn't this version, you know. It was like, behold, all things have become new. But I don't know. It just makes you never lose hope and faith because, you know, you're a new creation. Like, it doesn't matter what your past was or,
Right.
you know, I'm not saying you should use your salvation as like
Loosely.
yeah, like to your advantage. But if you do happen to mess up, like, he's always there to, you know, hold out his lending hand to us and forgive us, and when we don't deserve that whatsoever.
So if we haven't used our heavenly language that day,
Yeah,
We need to.
we should.
I mean, we still have opportunity.
Yeah.
Nothing's ever lost on
Yeah,
a bad day.
yeah,
You know, we still have that opportunity in the morning to start all over again, try to get it right, and he'll be right there riding shotgun again.
yeah.
You know, he doesn't say, well, Jesus never says, I need a break from you for a while. You're just too much for me right now.
You're way too much. I can't handle you.
Yeah. He
gonna put
doesn't
you-
do that.
I'm going to put you in timeout.
Yeah.
Don't do
Put you as-
anything.
Yeah.
Let me rest.
Just put your head down.
That's what
I was like,
my grandma was like. You can't keep your eyes off of, like, you won't turn around for 1 second. Cooper's putting a worm in his mouth, or, you know.
I was just getting ready to
You're
say.
dealing with that too, huh?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, our granddaughter right now.
yeah. He did it.
She was outside yesterday, picked up a rock
Sure.
right in her mouth.
Yep.
Rock candy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I said, did you just put that in your mouth? Because we were fishing. And he's like, so then I had to huck it out with my finger, you know? I'm like, yeah. But
Yeah.
That's
They're
good
so
protein.
quick. They're so quick.
they are so
It's
quick.
like-
Just,
He's a trip.
yes, he
When
is.
she couldn't get over when worship started Sunday. Him dancing.
Yeah, he was a handful Sunday. I apologize to everyone.
Oh, we love watching him. He's so
I
cute.
know we're in the weird spot where I don't wake him up like in the mornings. You know, if he either wakes up at 7 or 8, you know, it's one or the other. But if it's 7, typically on Sundays, I'm like, oh, I don't know if we should go to church because it's we decided to go this
He
weekend.
doesn't have his hourly break-in nap or
Yeah,
back nap.
yeah, because he was starting to like act tired basically when we were getting ready to leave, and I'm like, oh, here we go, here we go.
Was he trying to start a mosh pit at church?
Yeah.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, he had 2 flags out. And then he does the whole thing where he, you know, when you go grab him and he just like dead weights it. I'm like, oh. My grandma's like, you're going to have to start sitting up front because he just keeps running up there. Like, I know.
Oh, he needs to sit down.
No, it's cool. Like, I don't know, resembling or almost like looking at him and
Thinking
me.
back the way you acted.
Well,
in church.
no, but almost like I am him and the Lord is me, you know, like trying to constantly critique or parent me,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it.
Corral you.
Yeah. Sometimes not in the moment because I'm like, but then looking back like now. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are his children.
Yep.
You know, so, I mean, we're going to, no matter how old we are,
Yeah.
we still belong to him. We're still his child.
That's right.
We act like children.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we don't get our way.
Very,
We do.
very selfish.
Yeah.
Selfish. Pout.
I think a lot of people, especially when they don't get their way and, oh, well, God didn't do this for me, so I'm not going to follow him. Like, that is so childish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we want to do like one at a, maybe have, like, I've got a few more, but I'm wondering, should we go in
I
a
might be able
circle?
to segue into
Okay.
that a little bit.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books is Ephesians, and I love the armor of God.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to go back to that a lot of the time. And as you were saying, you know, sometimes we pout, we don't get our way, and we can get depressed. And make no mistake, just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you never get depressed that you don't get sad, that you don't have weaknesses. And that's why the armor of God is so important. Because as it says, you want to put on that armor of God, every day. And there's a reason for that. Is that because, you want to be able to, deflect all of the things coming at you in life, and you just can't do it without that armor.
Mm-hmm.
You can try your best, but you just can't do it on your own. And I'm thankful that I look to that because, as I said, just because, you're a faithful Christian and you're doing the best you can, it doesn't mean that you can go through hard times. You can face things like depression and, just feeling, like your life's not going the way you want it to go. And just, like for me, it just seems like over the last couple of weeks, I've just felt just down. And I don't even want to say it's depression, but it feels like depression.
It's the weather changing. I feel
it could
too.
be.
Yeah.
But I just don't quite feel like myself.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like, okay, so you're open to all these, attacks, and things keep happening, and, and you don't behave the way you would normally behave. But I'm always thankful for that armor of God, because I can look at a lot of situations and go, well, without that, how much worse would it be?
Yeah.
Then I probably, wouldn't be handling some things as well as I could. And sometimes it's like, I'm not even handling it maybe as I should.
How you want
I'm
to.
not at 100%, but I still got that armor on.
Yeah.
So I'm taking hits, I'm taking damage, but it could be a lot worse, I think, if I wasn't a Christian and trying to live that life and trying to have that focus on things.
Right.
Then I feel I would be not using, the spiritual language. I wouldn't have that open dialogue.
Yeah.
And then I would be lashing out at people. I would be, not handling things correctly. But in battle, I mean, you're always going to take, you're always going to take hits. You're always going to take damage, and it's impossible not to. But those blows don't hurt as bad. I think if you are putting on that armor of God every day, eventually, you'll come out of it. Things will get better. Things will get back to normal, whatever the situation might be. But that book in particular, I just have always found very helpful for just keeping that singular idea in mind, that every day when you go out there, if you're leaving the house without your armor, which is your relationship with Christ. Yep. If you leave the house without it, it's just, God only knows.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble. So I just think that's an important idea. And a lot of things in that book are just, it's more of the inspirational ones. Yeah. So I think it's important to, I like to go back to that one quite a bit. So that book alone would be top shelf for me.
Beth, did you have something to add about the...
Well, that's my first tool in my box.
Yeah.
The armor of God.
Oh, okay.
I saw her go,
Segue in here.
Yeah, I mean, because, it covers everything. You've got your Bible, your sword, and the helmet of salvation. Sometimes I'm like, I get my head wrapped around things. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Let me buckle this down tight, and so I can keep godly thoughts on things instead of, especially at work when you're challenged with things,
Yeah.
Problem is, sometimes I'm going to be honest. We're going to get real. Sometimes before I go in the house, I take off my armor.
Yeah.
And then I go in the house and perhaps I don't treat Margie so well. Maybe I'm quiet. Maybe I'm, it's like when you finally step off the battlefield, it's like you take your armor off.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, sometimes it can all that's when it hits you.
Creep up.
And then again, you start treating the people that love you. They get, they
short
get,
end of the stick. And
or they get, all the comments that you've held in all day.
Yeah.
They're the ones that get it. They're the ones that get to see you be tired. Because when I'm at work, I'm like, I don't show that I'm frustrated. I don't show that I'm tired.
Oh,
I don't show any of those emotions whatsoever.
Yeah.
I don't allow myself to do that.
Yeah.
So when I walk through the door,
Even if you're ready to blow up, you know? Yeah.
then it's like that's when it all starts pouring out.
I was
And
thinking
that's not
that-
really fair.
Yeah, I was thinking that yesterday. Like when I came home, like it's not fair that I bring this.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I should feel it, but maybe I need to just feel it on my way home or something. Like feel it the first 10 minutes and then, you know, maybe just let go and turn on some Christian music or something the rest of the time.
You know, that's something I never did.
What?
Was take work home.
Yeah.
As far as, you know, attitude.
I think it's hard. It's hard to do that, you know, to just drop it at the door. And I definitely envy people that are able to do it because
Yeah, I mean,
Well, but in this day and age, you can't, it's not reasonable to say that when you get home, you can forget about everything else.
yeah,
You know, when you get home, you still got things you have to do. You still got, you know, you still have to give your family time. You know, you have to do all those things. You can't just get home and
those cats of yours, you have
Crash.
to give
Yeah,
them
yeah.
time.
I got to scoop cat litter. So that's what makes it hard is you can't. Sometimes it's like even when you get home, you got to keep going. You got to keep the armor on. You got to, you know, and that gets hard to do. And I fail at that sometimes. Failing at that right now, as a matter of fact, just because you know, it's just like I said before I go in the house, it's like, oh, I'll take my armor off before I go in.
maybe you should practice if you're going to take it off. Just leave one piece on,
Yeah.
and then the next day, leave two pieces on.
It's a good thought.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, if that's what you're doing, you know.
Yeah. Or perhaps it's just that piece that's most essential to whatever's,
At home.
you know.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe you just better leave it all on.
It's very hard to sleep in armor, though. Man.
I find though sometimes when I come home from work, if I just take 5 minutes and sit in the car with it turned off and just breathe and maybe listen to a song or just take that 5 minutes before I walk in and leave it in the car or whatever, wherever, you know.
Yeah.
But if you're out there along with the 5 minutes, or the dog's looking out the window,
Yeah.
Jarvis like, is everything all right? You know?
Yeah.
But sometimes that does help. It's just like, just 5 minutes of peace and quiet here.
Decompress.
Especially when you've probably been running all day, you know.
Oh, yeah, because that's what I mean. All the adrenaline stops. You know, everything just kind of settles. And then it's like everything that you've held back all day sometimes can just kind of like, you can almost just feel it like oozing down from your head to your toes. And it just goes over your whole body.
Yeah.
And then it's like you need some recovery time. Sometimes that's hard to get. But you can sometimes, like I said, I could be very guilty of, not that I'm being intentionally, I'm not being mean or I'm not being, but it's just like, I guess the best way to say it is I'm being vulnerable for the first time and other people can see it and it doesn't make them feel good. It doesn't make them happy. So you just think like, okay, you know, how can I at least got to have a little more control over, like you said, not taking it home with me,
Yeah.
you know, because it has no place. It doesn't have any place
No,
in the
it
home
doesn't.
if you
No.
think about it. You know, and that's hard to do.
And that's what
Yeah.
the devil wants. You know, he wants us to take it home. That
yeah.
way it,
Yeah.
you know, stirs up relationship issues and everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a never-ending struggle. You got anything else to add to the armor there, Beth?
No, I'll think.
Well, Beth was talking about, you know, spending that 5 minutes in your car and just either in the quiet or putting music on. And I put like my Spotify playlist. I like to just turn that on sometimes. Or I've had 95.9 on my, typically I have like 99.9 on just because it's like, I like country music. It's not too profanity, you know what I mean? But I had 95.9 on one time, I don't know, probably 3 weeks ago, and might have been longer than that. And like, I just haven't changed it, you know, and it's like, it's just refreshing. Like Cooper hears the songs and like knows half of them, you know, so it's, I don't know, it's a breath of fresh air compared to some of, you know, 92.5 where it's like vulgar. And
That had to be something that Bob Ross said at one time. A brush of fresh air.
yes. Yes.
I'm messing it up too.
Yeah. But I mean, I haven't even listened to 92.5 in forever.
No.
But when I'm like seeking through the channels, and sometimes I hear just even just the sound of someone's voice on there, and I'm like, nah. It's just always
You're not
vulgar.
missing nothing.
No. 94.1's not bad either. But yeah, I don't know.
I just usually listen to the Tusk,
Yep.
and it's, you know, they always have something good on there.
That's what we listen to at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still have Dial and Deal on there?
I have no idea.
Is that the lunch deal thing where your workplace gets the lunch?
No.
No.
We're old, Roger.
I
We're
guess.
showing our age. Facebook Market's taking care of
Well,
that.
yeah, that's true.
Dial deal was you would call in and you'd advertise whatever you had.
Oh, that's right.
And you
Yeah.
would give them like your number.
Oh, okay.
Interested.
That's
But I
right.
bet these new phones have wiped that totally out.
I forgot about that.
Like a newspaper ad, but it's on
Yeah.
On it.
the radio
Yeah.
instead. Huh.
See, they're getting a little history.
I am.
See?
They would do that, and then they would read all the obituaries.
Yeah, read all the obituaries.
They say memory unlocked.
See, I'm good for something.
Yeah.
All right, somebody else. So that's what, 2 for me?
That's 2 for me.
Twofer.
2 for?
You got another one, Raj?
No. Well, you know, you could take your pliers.
Yes.
That's in my toolbox.
And what do you do with your pliers, your spiritual pliers?
Everything that comes at you that's of the enemy, you take your pliers and I know that's of the enemy. You just
Snip it away.
squeeze it like a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Just snip it off.
Yep.
Okay. What do you think of me? What do you think of me now?
I like that.
So you just strike back before it gets too big.
That's right.
I like
Yeah.
Cut the head of the snake off.
Yeah.
trying to think of one of those alien movies where, you know, it starts out small and goes the blob. You know, like
That's
they
old.
should have got that
No.
blob when it was, you know,
Yeah.
still able to
have you
fit
ever
inside of a can.
Have you ever seen the black and white blob?
No.
Jeez. Like when you were a kid, did you ever watch Goularty?
Yes. Of course, I think it was leaning more towards the Son of Ghoul by that time.
Oh,
but
yeah.
But I know what you're talking
Big Chuck and Houlihan.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You guys are speaking a foreign language right now for me.
Yeah, I even feel old on this one.
It was,
Big Chuck and Little John. Never heard of Big Chuck and Little John. They're straight out of Cleveland.
yeah.
Really?
I don't know. Let me look them up.
They like critique the movie that come on at what?
Yeah.
10 o'clock at
And
night?
of course, it'd be a
11 o'clock.
ridiculous
11 o'clock
movie
at
that they
night.
could laugh through
Yeah.
and tell jokes.
It was in Goularty. He had a
Yeah,
lot
they're
of,
like local legends.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
oh, yeah.
Yes, I know.
Now you look it up on Google.
I'm terrible with names, like, first off, but I looked up the picture of them. Yeah.
Oh, you know what they look like now, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little John had that laugh.
Yeah. Well, how tall was Little John?
Now, he's still around, right?
I don't know.
I think he's still hanging on.
Was he about what? 4'10"?
Yeah. That's why they called him Little John.
Do you know when the first episode was?
No.
Do you want to take a guess?
No.
71.
70.
I was gonna say 60. So I'm
79, actually.
Really?
September 2nd. That was that a year ago? Gosh. Yesterday would have been the anniversary of how many years? I can't do the math.
Yeah, I can't do that math.
2025.
Oh, there you go. Get your
Not today.
It is 46.
Huh.
46th anniversary yesterday.
Yeah, see.
Well, I guess I could have done the math because I was born in 79. That's all I had to do. My goodness. See, I said not today.
Do you know when the last episode was?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
No.
probably about what 1982.
No. They went clear into the 2000?
They went clear in the two.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I just must decide I wasn't going to watch them after that.
But what year after 2000?
2003.
7.
Wow.
No way.
Okay.
June, too. Like June 17th.
Huh.
That's crazy.
There's your local history.
Yeah.
Yep.
This episode, ladies and gentlemen.
28 seasons, it says.
Yeah.
Well, you must have still had to have antenna to get them because I don't remember them on cable anymore.
Yeah, they died when cable died. I'm sure. Yeah.
When cable died, you mean when TV antennas died?
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed watching that as a kid. Their little skits and everything. Oh, yeah, it was good stuff.
You know why they took Ghilardi off of the air?
Hmm.
Because he did too much violence.
Mm. There's too many violent movies, or would he do violence in his little skits?
He'd blow stuff up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, if they only knew what the TV was going to become now.
And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not allowed to show Tom and Jerry because there's too much violence in that cartoons.
Yeah. Right. Oh, boy.
It's all in what you want to see them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to say my second one, which is actually part of the armor, which is your sword, your Bible. But my two favorite verses is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ.
Mm-hmm.
And Psalms 46. Be still, and know I am God. Because when I can get all wrapped up, he's like, simmer it down there.
Yeah. Patience.
I think that's why. I think
Patience was
maybe
on my list.
That's why he gives you that 5 minutes after work when you get home.
Yeah.
Just he allows you to just to.
And sometimes that's just exactly what I do. I just take a good deep breath and just let it go.
Yeah.
Patience.
I get any more stray cats hollering at the car door for me. Hurry up, feed me.
Oh, please.
Hey,
I don't want to hear it.
I've got 3 at work. You want to stop on your way home and feed them?
No.
Well, there's food there. All you got to do is just put it out for them.
Listen, mine won't even eat dry food anymore. I have to buy them canned.
Oh, man.
Big mistake.
Yeah.
Big mistake. Rookie mistake.
Then ones of ours that at work, they'll eat anything. Put chicken bones out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we used, put stuff out, scraps and that after lunch and stuff.
Yeah. We got a couple that beg at the table.
Mm.
It's ridiculous. Just look up at you.
Cats that beg at the table.
Oh, yeah, they'll beg just like a dog. Yeah. Yeah.
Zara's begging right now with Cooper. It is absolutely insane. It drives me insane.
Was Cooper feeding?
I mean, yeah, Cooper throws food. Yeah, sure. So we have to keep them separated because then I'm like, sometimes when he's eating lunch, I'll be doing something else. And then I turn around and his food's gone. I'm like, okay, but did you eat it or did you give it to Zara? So now that's a whole thing. Got to pay attention more. But
oh, that's pretty sad when you got to separate the
I know
the dog while he's eating.
Yeah. And then you tell Zara, go Zara. And then, because I'm like, okay, I'll be nice. I won't lock her in because we've got a baby gate from the living room to the kitchen. I'm like, I'll be nice. I won't lock her in. And there she is 2 seconds later. I'm like, what did I just tell you? Go.
Well, at least she waits for him to feed it. Mine just reaches up and takes it right off her plate.
Well, yeah. She can do that sometimes, but yeah.
And at 7 years old, I just look at him and I said, there's no hope.
No,
There's no hope.
that's how she is.
I've never had a dog quite as challenging as this one is.
You need a hybrid wolf once. They were really challenging.
Seems like it.
That one of mine I had when we were living with my mom when we our house burnt.
Yeah.
She wouldn't beg. She'd like when we lived in town. She would lay at my feet, and she'd never beg at the table. Well, my stepdad started, and there was a bag of buns up on the table, and she grabbed them buns and she ran in behind the couch. So I went in and I got a hold of the buns. I said, "Give me them buns," and she went. I grabbed her right by the throat. Me, her, the lamp, the end table was out in the middle of the floor. And I had her right by the throat. I had her on her back. And I said, "You don't growl at me." And she tried to get up. And I said, "No." I said, "I'll let you up." And I held her down. I had her right by the throat. And then I let her up. And I said, "You don't growl at me no more." Oh, when we moved out to the sticks.
Yeah.
She caught a baby rabbit, and I seen her catch it. Mm-hmm. And I took that baby rabbit out of her mouth. I stuck my finger in her mouth, and I started pulling on the rabbit, and she clamped down just a little bit, and I'd say, "Easy." She'd leave up.
I've got battle wounds. I mean, this is a daily basis.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. And he does it only to me. $2,000 in training, and the trainer said, "You're the problem, not the dog."
Really?
He said, "I don't make him listen. And that dogs are packs, and they need a pack leader, and I'm not the pack leader, so he's going to be the leader."
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, where's my refund?
Where'd you take it? Newcomerstown? Mm-hmm. You know what that guy told my wife? She took my white wolf down there. He said, "She needs to put down." My wife told him, if I go home and tell my wife or tell my husband that, he says, "He'll come down here and put you down."
And he put down because it was untrainable?
She wasn't untrainable.
I mean, is that what he was trying to say?
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. She was the biggest baby. She was.
Listen, he would be a perfect angel when I took him to training. Mm-hmm. And Jarvis told him, he only does this when at home. And he's like, "Well, what's he do like when you're sitting there watching TV?" And, I said, "He climbs up on the back of the couch and risps a hair out of the back of my head." And he's like, "No, he doesn't." I'm like, "Yes, he does." And Jarvis like, "Yeah, he does." So the guy came to the house. He's a perfect angel. Wouldn't misbehave.
Like a kid, huh?
You needed cameras or something. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
After year after we didn't do any more training and stuff, I'm walking. We go for a walk. I got both dogs, and Jarvis like, "I'm going to run into Goshen here." Mm-hmm. He's like, "Will you be able to handle both of them?" I said, "Oh yeah, I'll be fine." Jarvis comes out, and they're both sitting like they're sitting at attention. And Jarvis like, "What's up with that?" I pointed. There the guy was getting gas in his car. He never said a word to him, but they seen him. It was like, "Ooh,
no kidding."
Yep.
Wow. That's crazy.
Man.
But yeah, he does it. He just nips to get me to do. And I'm he gets me by my wrist, takes me to the door when he wants to go out.
Oh my gosh.
Leads you by the hand,
me.
or the wrist. Yeah. Wow.
Oh, man.
And how big is this dog?
48 pounds.
Wow.
I'm glad he's one of my smaller poodles because my other two were 90 some.
Man.
Really?
He's just full of sass. Just full of it.
My goodness.
That collar didn't help any? Or you put that on the little dog?
He is the little dog. That's why I have the one left.
Oh.
Him. Yeah, I know. I haven't used it yet.
That's why he's the leader.
I can't stand the thought of it.
I'll tell you what. I've got one of those underground fences. I had 4, but only got 3 now. But that's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Mm-hmm. I mean, I live out in the country, and they've got a pretty good area to run in. Get up in the morning, let them out of the cage, open the door, and shut the door, or just leave the door open until they get a dog door. You don't have to worry about them. They're not going anywhere. There can be deer in the yard. They'll run over to the line and stop and bark at the deer.
My yard's fenced in, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm embarrassed when he starts that carrying on out there at the lake because there's new people out there and they have different dogs that he's just not used to. But I don't feel quite as bad now because every dog on the dock's carrying on about these new dogs, not just mine.
Yeah.
Before we put the fence up, we had 2 cats on those underground or electric collars.
Yeah.
Cats. Yeah, they figured it out real quick.
Oh yeah. It's like I got that little what is he? It's little miniature King Charles Spaniel. He was pretty much ran loose, and I don't know. He might have been 8 months old when we got him. I put that collar on him one time.
Well,
I mean, I had him on a leash, and he got. Whoop.
Oh, you don't even have to do that. Just you put him on once. A cat can do a backflip.
Oh, is that right?
It can.
On 4 or 5?
I don't know, but it was hot enough. Yeah.
That they decided to stay in the yard. Huh?
Yeah, they. Now the last cat we tried to put it on, it wasn't going for it. It shocked itself until it was out of bounds.
Yeah.
But the other 2, yeah, they did real well on it.
2. You said the other 2. Did we all do 2? We've all said 2 so far, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're reeling us.
I'm trying to reel us back in, guys. I'm trying.
Thinking about the electric collars. I wonder how much the Lord ever really wants to
zap us
Probably.
all the time.
Probably a lot. I'm so glad I don't have a collar on from Evan.
Yeah, patience was whatever she led me to think. Patience is one of mine. Just that's always one I try to, do my best at, and it seems like when I'm out in the world, I'm a lot more patient than some people.
Yeah,
it's just I don't know.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So yeah, I do. I've been told that I have the patience of a saint, which I'm like, okay, I'll take that as compliment.
Yes.
Which in the male world, sometimes other males see that as a weakness. If you're patient, which means you don't yell, you don't have to force your hand by yelling or, verbal abuse or physical abuse or, you can work through a problem quietly, keep yourself together, keep everybody else, on the same line. But yeah, I'd say patience for me is definitely on there.
Now, when you're being patient, do you want to blow up quietly? Okay.
Oh, inside.
Inside, that's
like
what I mean.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm bubbling over. Like,
yeah.
Because my natural way of working and doing things is I always want to keep control of the situation, and I always want to keep the momentum going. I hate when things come to a stop.
Yeah.
I hate when, for whatever reason, I lose control of the situation. Like somebody has done something to mess up my plans.
Yeah, and then you're like, now what?
And now I have to, come up with a plan B and figure it out. And a lot of times things just can't move fast enough as I want it to. And, like I said, and on the inside, I'm just like, I'm on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm on the treadmill.
Not on the treadmill.
But I don't think people could tell, people can't tell that. And I'm just, I'm trying to be as patient and work through it as well as I can. That way it doesn't turn into a nightmare.
And I know it. You're right when you do say that men tend to look at that as a weakness. Not all of them, but it's like, well, I don't know why, because they know how hard it is for us to keep our cool.
Yeah.
As you're boiling inside,
Yeah. Yeah, because
Like, that
sometimes
should
people are like,
be-
why don't you just go down there and tell him? Like,
Mhm.
you can't do that.
No.
You got to work with people. You can't just
You can't let your emotions
bully
take
everybody
over.
to
Yeah.
get what you want.
Yeah.
'Cause I might have to deal with this guy again. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what I always think is, you know what, right now, this guy may be putting me in a position that I don't like.
Mhm.
But you know what? There may come a time
You're learning.
where that guy's going to help me out.
You're
Or I'm going to be in a
You're learning
situation where I might need him to help me out. And if you
Yeah.
act,
Yeah.
foolishly,
He's
then
not-
he's not going to. So that's what I always try to keep in mind. There may come a time where
Yeah.
I might not know that person very well. It may only seem like they're coming in and out of my life for just an hour or so, but you never know
Nope.
when you're going to see that person again, and
Yeah.
you might need their help. That might be the dude that's rolling by on the highway when you got a flat tire.
Exactly. Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think prayer's on mine, but it's not just prayer. It's that open communication.
Right.
You know, like all day long. And because sometimes I drive, instead of yelling at the driver, I'll just say, God, did you see that?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh.
Did you see that?
I did it just today. Like, I'm pulling up to a 4-way stop, and the lady in front of me clearly got there way ahead of me. She sits there. So I gave her a nice wave, like, go ahead. She goes, threw her hands up, like she's mad at me. And I'm thinking, number one, you were there first, so technically you're supposed to go. Number two, I'm being nice.
Yeah.
And I gave you a nice wave, and you throw your hands up like I'm stupid. I'm like, that's typical, you know.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
think like,
That's because people weren't used to anybody being nice to them.
yeah. And it could be.
They're
be.
used to either getting flipped off or
Yeah.
or window rolled down and screamed and hollered at.
Yeah.
People aren't used to other people being nice to them.
Yeah, that's true.
So they don't know how to handle it.
I think that's so fair, or like so true too, because Chase will come, go up to a stop sign, and he doesn't want people on his butt because he can't see out of the back. There is like a backup camera but it's very little, but it's on the mirror. But so a lot of times he just, lets people go, and he'll give you the hand signal, and I think people are so in shock that they're like, no, you go. And he's like, I just told you to go, so now I have to go. But I think they're so in shock, like, oh, I better be nice too. You go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Or they tell you to go, and
Then
and then there's like a hesitation.
Yeah.
And then you don't go. You're like, should I or should I not? And then once you start to go, then they throw their hands up.
Yes,
You're like,
yes.
well, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to go or are you going to sit there?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to sit there, I'll go. And then you start to go, and then they decide, well, I'm
And
gonna
then you
go
get
now.
T-boned.
Yep. Then argue over whose fault it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's yours because you didn't go when I give you the okay. Jeez, Louise.
But I think that though, when you do, like, he sees it all, so
Yep.
Oh,
might
yeah.
as well tell him.
Yep.
Did you just see that?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
instead of yelling and
Yeah,
carrying
instead
on
of
that
carry- yeah.
person.
Well,
I just not really yell at God, but I'm like, hey, did you see that? You created that.
You created this monster.
well, I said to him today, because again, last couple of weeks I've had these feelings of just being frustrated, being tired, just short on patience, just all of these things. And somebody again just did something really stupid, and then it has to be something that I have to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing the thing, and I just look up, and I even said it out loud. I'm like, I'm upset, Lord. I said, I know I'm upset. I'm mad. I know I'm mad. I said, and I'm sorry. I said, but I am. Just like, I'm going to do my best. I said, but yeah, I'm mad. I said, so I'm sorry that, that right now I can't, that I'm mad in the first place. Like, I'm apologizing to him because something got to me to make me mad, even though I'm not acting out on it.
Mm-hmm.
But still inside, I'm like, yeah, today I am just frustrated. And I was like, Lord, yes, I'm frustrated. I'm tired. I've had enough. I just want you to know. Just it's
Giving you a heads up.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I haven't risen to the occasion today, that I've let this stuff get to me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I'm not my better self today. I'm just like confessing to the Lord, like, yep, no, I'm not at my best today. I'm just
like, I know
I'm just
I'm
telling
not.
you.
I think this comes as a good point because was it Friday? my coworker, she kind of said what was on her mind, but to someone higher up, which may or may not have been our boss. But, she was talking to me and she's like, I shouldn't have said it. And I'm like, I don't know if you shouldn't have necessarily not said it. And what I was standing right there. What she said was true. We were all feeling it. We basically get screwed over. Like, some of these people have certain rides that bring them to these appointments and they're 35 minutes late. And here we have to jumble all this stuff. And she's like, we accommodate so stinking much when most of the time, if you're late to a cleaning for more than 15 minutes for your teeth, they're not going to see you at all. This one person was 35 minutes late and it made the rest of the day just insane. And it's like, we have that happen all the time. And I get that we want to be accommodating, but even when this person was making that appointment, it was like, oh, well, I'll try to be here at that time. So it was well, why did you make it that? Why didn't you just pick a different day then? Yeah. And so it's like to a point, like we need to be nice and I don't know, be patient and be polite. And, but I think we still need to stick up for ourselves too. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I think a lot of the times people look at Christians as, oh, well, if I'm a Christian, I'm just going to get walked on all the time. Like, no, like you can still stick
between self-control and just being passive all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just wanted to say that because it was something that had just happened the other day. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of going hand in hand with this conversation.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that kind of leads me into one of my other ones, which I just kind of fell upon today. And to me, it's devotion.
Yeah.
It's devotion to the duty that you have as a Christian and to the Lord to do his works every single day, no matter how your day's going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
No matter what the situation is, you have a duty to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to one of my Civil War things, and it kind of put it in perspective. They said because, some of these generals, like Robert E. Lee, Stonewall Jackson, they're these Christian generals. They're Christian people. And Jackson had this idea that he was building an army of the living God. Like that's how he wanted his men to behave, and that's how he wanted them to see what their purpose was. But he said, of course, but the problem is he's trying to raise this army of the living God out of a bunch of sinners. So he still has the duty of trying to make thousands of men follow him, follow his orders, go in the direction he wants them to go, do all the things that are supposed to happen, and still be a Christian. And that kind of put it in perspective is that it's by his exam. It's not so much that every single one of them soldiers was going to believe it and become Christians themselves.
Right.
Because you're talking thousands of men. Mm-hmm. And as he said, a lot of them are going to continue to be sinners,
Right.
and they're not going to buy into that idea.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's his leadership under that understanding of being a Christian general, that's how he's going to control events, and that's how he's going to lead his men so that, let's face it, even if some of them don't want to go along, they're going.
Yeah.
Because in his mind, he's doing the work of the Lord, and nothing's going to deter him from doing it.
Right.
So he's going to carry out his plan despite
Regardless.
these sinners that perhaps will be like, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to, buy into that. It's like, well, you will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through my leadership and what I'm going to do. And
Right.
I'll show you. I'll show you that it can happen, that we can do this.
Yeah.
It may look impossible now. It may seem unreasonable.
Yeah.
But if it's the work of the Lord, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're going to do this. And sometimes as a leader, you have to look at that devotion every day of just saying, even when things are down, things don't look good, everybody in the shop's not buying in to my work ethic and how I see things. But if I just keep doing what I'm supposed to do under that devotion, things are going to go in that direction.
Yeah.
They just will. Because you can't defeat the will of the Lord.
No.
And through that devotion, if you stick to it, it's going to come to pass. You know, if you're working under those ideals, you know, then it doesn't matter if you got a few bad apples.
Yeah.
It's still, you're still going to end up in that same, you know, place.
That brings me to my other one was Bible studies, and I didn't know how I wanted to touch on this one, but that reminded me of, like, Alyssa has the one that it's like the young mom one that we're doing right now. But it basically was saying, like, you know, God isn't really necessarily not judging you, but like he's not looking at how you do the work. He's looking at your heart on how you do the work. Like, you know, say you're loading the dishwasher and like just grumbling about, you know, like he's judging you. I shouldn't say judging, but he's not wanting that, you know. He's definitely like, yeah, this isn't how you're supposed to be. He doesn't care how you load the dishwasher, doesn't care, but he cares how your heart is about it all. So,
well, and I think we've talked about this before, that it's very easy as individuals to take for granted the blessings that you have.
Right.
You know, if you've been blessed enough to have a house, to have a nice home, have all these things, well, guess what? It comes with responsibility.
Exactly.
And things you have to do. But oftentimes we get mad because we have to do them because we'd rather be doing something else. And then
not like I have to or I get to.
Yeah, you get to. You know, you have the blessing of having this home that has a dishwasher that you can slam the dishes into.
That's what I was saying.
You know, some people don't have that. You know, some people, you know, don't even have a home. So you have to constantly bring yourself back down to earth and say, you know, I'm really blessed to have everything that I have. And I don't like coming home and doing cat litter. I don't like coming home and doing this or that. I'd rather, but it does take that constant reminder of, you know, I'm pretty blessed here. You know,
right.
Because sometimes I can look down the street at a lot of my neighbors and go, you know, that's, you know, they're wanting for a lot of things.
Yeah.
And most likely one of those things is, you know, relationship with Jesus. And
And they don't even know that
that's what I was going to say. They don't even know that that's what they need or want, you know?
So, you know, we can't take those things for granted. So that the devotion comes into it as well, that, you know, you have to remind yourself that, you know, you are where you are because that's where God has placed you.
That's right.
Because you've opened up your heart to him. You've allowed him to do that. And it's not wise to, like you said, you know, he gets it that you're tired. He gets all those things. But I think if the more you're in the Word, hopefully, you know, less likely you're going to be in there, you know, using your dinnerware as frisbees.
Right.
You know.
I think, have you seen the thing where it says, you know, kids slow you down, and everyone's like, well, maybe that's the point, you know? And I'm looking at it as that, like, you know, maybe that's the point of, like, he's just constantly, you know, scanning our heart on how we're doing things, you know, and we have to almost keep in mind that, you know, it's when you're in that rat race or like, but you have to pull yourself out and remember that everyone's in the same boat. And I mean, you just have to have a good heart about it all.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. It's a healthy way to live, but that's a tough one sometimes. Like I said, because that's what the enemy wants. Once you get you all caught up, get life going as fast as it can, and get you off balance. And you know, when you're off balance, that's when you make mistakes. That's when you're not at your best, and that's what he wants. So, yeah, we can't be prepared if we're not, as you said, going into the armor of God, reminding yourself of those kind of things. And you know, as with Corinthians, you know, with your favorite verse, you know, if you're not reminded of that all the time, you know, then you slip into some of those bad experiences, bad habits. So so you always got to have. That's the thing. You're, which I'm guilty of this in the real world. You know, my toolbox is usually jammed somewhere in the garage. I have no idea where it is. I don't know what's in it. Hardly use anything in there. I don't want to get in that toolbox any more than I have to. I am not you know, I don't like to fix things around the house. I just don't like to do it. But you can't treat your spiritual toolbox that way. Right. You got to keep it handy. It can't be tucked away somewhere, gathering dust. And
got to keep it well oiled.
Yeah.
And
whatever you got in there, you got to take care of it and do maintenance and make sure you've you're using it on a regular basis.
Yeah.
When you talked about the Bible study,
And you're sharing it.
The Bible study. Yeah.
it kind of brought me to one of mine, which was, I don't know if it's something in my toolbox. It is in my toolbox. I mean, is fellowship with other Christians. You know, iron sharpens iron.
That was one of mine.
And that those few close friends that you can say, listen, blah, and then you puke it out on them, and they're automatically looking at you, and they're pointing out this, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden you can, they're not, saying you did things wrong, but they're making you look at things in a different way.
Or they're not gossiping with you. Yeah. Or turning it into a gossip session or something. Yeah.
That one's real good when I dump on her, and she's like, yeah, but this didn't happen, and this didn't happen, and you didn't do this, and
Well, yeah, it must not. It's not. It's not that bad anyway.
And I'm looking at it with, I got blinders on. I just see one way, and she's real good about opening, and Holly is too. That we have that relationship that we can puke things out on each other, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real good one. Yeah. Iron sharpen. Iron sharpens iron. I got this. I got this.
I think especially like what I was talking about earlier with Margie, like, like if we'd vent to our significant other, maybe they don't understand all of the things that are going on at work. But like, I feel like Dawn does with you because like it's the same profession, and now, did you guys ever work at the same, did you both work at Ember?
Mm-hmm. I was there for 21 years.
Okay. Yeah. So
when I left, I felt like I got a divorce.
I bet.
Well, and again, the way the world has now been set up, the enemy has it his way that both parties work. Both people are working, so nobody's getting any sympathy sometimes.
Yeah,
because you don't want to come home and start complaining about your day. Well, that person's been at work too and had their own challenges.
Yeah, they had their own problems.
But so that's tough because a man can't come home nowadays and kind of unload on his wife. Or just talk about it because most likely, she's got them problems too. And but again, that's what the enemy wants. Wear both people out, and then they'll fight each other. It's really easy to do that. It's real easy to do it.
I think sometimes it's hard for women to unload on men because God made you guys, you're fixers. You want to fix everything. And so when we start puking out all our problems, like Jarvis automatically, well, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah, well, why don't you just do this? And I'm like,
no,
just listen.
Just listen.
Yeah.
Let me
yeah.
Get it out, and then it's done.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out. But,
yes.
But I think God created men to be fixers and women to be more nurturing. And, He just created those things different.
It's hard to be a listener, though.
When you are made to be a fixer.
It's hard to be a listener. Because I mean, when my wife was working, she'd come home from the store and she'd say, I said, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, she's pouring out the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's, for one, it's not doing the person that's venting any good, and the person that's listening really doesn't care. Because it doesn't involve.
Or sometimes that person could be really on a high, had a great day, and the other person will come home and just destroy it.
I'm like, well, I'm glad your day was good.
Well, let me tell you about mine.
Well, in those kind of situations, though, you have to listen first a little bit to see the tone of voice. Then, okay, well, that's good. I'm glad you had that. That's nice.
There's a timing, turf, and tone. Timing, turf, and tone.
Yeah,
don't know where I got that from, but I've heard it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm always being told your tone of voice was not very good. I'm sorry.
I think Jarvis says that. I say that to Jarvis a lot too. Well, what about your tone?
Yeah.
What tone are you talking about?
Here, let me push.
I don't have a tone.
I'm going to push rewind, and we're going to play that again.
Well, I get
Sid and I are feeling it.
I get get the timing and the tone, but what's turf?
I don't know. I was thinking that. I'm like, maybe like the time and place.
Your own side of the bed.
But that would be what timing is, right? No, maybe not. I don't know.
Timing would be when.
Well, we know what timing is. And tone.
I'm not going to talk to you.
Just bullet.
The turf. What is it? Is that where you're at?
Your boundaries.
Your boundaries. Where you're at.
Maybe.
My brain just goes to surf and turf.
Let's see. What is turf? Time.
That's something that grass
turf and
grows.
tone.
Is it artificial?
If you want it to be.
Indoor, outdoor turf?
Okay, here we go. I think they added another one.
Oh, boy.
Oh, wait, this is different. Text, tone, and time.
Would turf kind of be like, don't yell at your wife when you're in the middle of a store? The turf, wait till you get home.
So I'm thinking
don't have it.
Not the right time and place. Like, yeah.
Don't do it in front of your friends.
Right.
Don't belittle your wife.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. If you're going to have a
to her, or
deep conversation, maybe do it just the two of you.
If you're in management, if you're a leader, if you got a problem with somebody, you don't yell at them and tell all about it right in front of everybody. You take them aside in private, and tell them.
Yeah, I think that was.
Maybe that's it.
That's
I think so.
That's too many things to try and remember.
Yeah. You remember what they are?
Huh?
Instead of TTT, people want to use TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
Just
you go.
Explode. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, boy.
Discussing it in a neutral place.
Yeah, see? There you go.
Perfect.
Yep.
I don't know where I heard that from, but somewhere.
Okay.
Well, does anyone else have
I guess
anything?
it's all right.
I think we got close to, I don't know if everybody did 5, but we
mine
covered.
is just like listening to my praise and worship music, which I said that we've all touched base on that.
Yeah.
Especially in your 5 minutes of decompression.
Decompression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like putting you in that little decompression chamber.
Yeah. I think God gives everybody their own gift of, like for me, it might be just like, hey, I'll listen to the Civil War thing for 5 minutes. It'll calm me down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or whatever it is.
Their thing that calms them down and grounds them almost.
Yeah. Right now, Brinley Faye, our granddaughter, she just has this blanket and she'll just shove it in her mouth. Like half, whole end of the blanket will just start going in her mouth. I'm like, so anymore, we're just like, yep, stuff it in there. If she gets crying, it's like, yep, stuff it in there. Sometimes we'll just throw her the blanket, like, yep, get it in there. She'll put it in there and then she'll stop crying.
Does she call it anything yet?
No, I don't think she's really.
She can't talk.
I mean, she's, like you said, she'll say, like, she was saying pop the other day.
Oh.
And, she'll say dada and I think mama. Juice is juju.
Juju. Well, Cooper started singing Thunder
or
by
we'll be
AC/DC.
Like her Uncle Seth. We'll be like, say Uncle Seth. She goes, no.
No.
Like she won't say Uncle Seth.
Yeah, Cooper will go, Thunder.
Really?
Chase had him in the truck one day. I don't know. I think I might have been working and he said, yeah, he says thunder now. And now I'll put it on and go, thunder. And he just, yeah. So,
Good one.
but so with the blanket,
Yeah.
are you thinking maybe like that's what you need to do sometimes? Just
Yeah, I'm just going to take a blanket.
stuff a blanket in there.
If anybody's coming to my office, I'll just like, come back later. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds about right.
They open the door and say, well, okay, we'll be back. It's howdy doody time.
It's nappy time.
Yeah. That'd be nice. Yeah.
I hope there's a lot of older people listen to us.
Yep.
That way they can appreciate where we're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Nap time. It's such punishment as a child.
Oh, I know. We talk about it all the time. I'm like, if you only knew,
somebody
buddy.
to tell me to go take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just, you don't know.
2:00 nap time.
Yeah. Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
2 o'clock rolls around, and I've only got a half hour to go. I leave at usually 2:30, 3 o'clock, but yeah, like 1:32.
Oh, I know. You can't
just yeah.
Especially if you're on a computer.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
can't hardly keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
I will say it sent like when I take an hour lunch, like anytime I'm working, it's an hour lunch. So it's typically from 1 to 2. So I don't normally get that weird crash, but like I think 3:45 it's starting to hit me.
Yeah. If I didn't get hungry, I wouldn't take a lunch. Because after that, it's just momentum's
downhill.
gone, and everything's just trying to start back up again. It's just not so easy as you get older. It's just not easy as you get older. You just
Sure it is. It's real easy. Just get in a recliner, kick it back.
Oh, that would be taking the nap would be
taking
easy.
the nap.
Yeah.
That's pretty easy.
Getting moving again is like,
Yeah.
it's like
I got trouble getting moving at 8 o'clock in the morning,
Well,
7 o'clock in the morning. That's a hole in the ground. Has water in it.
what was that?
I don't know.
Oops, maybe someone's vehicle. It sounded like your stomach at first, Roger, and then like, wait, no, that can't be someone's stomach.
I thought I heard music.
It's probably someone's vehicle.
Yeah.
People were just walking out.
Hmm.
Whose turn is it to pray?
Yours?
Is it?
Yeah, because I prayed last week.
No.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Oh yeah, we weren't here last week, Roger.
It was a week before that.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Okay.
I was here working.
Working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Trust me, Sid. I
I'm
wouldn't.
like, I feel like I hit this button and then did the whole whatever. I'll just do it again.
Well, yeah, you always got to hit the button. Don't hit the red one.
Let me think. Okay, I got to hit this button. Okay.
Yeah, there you
Everyone
go.
ready for me to start praying?
Okay, whenever you're ready.
Well,
No, she messed up the
no.
music.
It's not. It's not doing anything.
Well, we can pray without music.
Yeah, I'll just pray without.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Dear Heavenly Father, Lord, I just thank you for this evening that we had tonight, talking about, all of our, just all of our tools in our spiritual kit that, help us go on with our daily lives and staying focused on you, all the aids that we typically depend on, Lord. I just thank you that we're able to, meet weekly and just have these conversations and continue to, pour out these podcasts and speak whatever is on our mind. I just pray for travel mercies and until we meet at our next point in time. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Hey friends, Pastor Michael again. If you've enjoyed this podcast, you should consider joining us on Sunday mornings. Our address is 1943 North Water Street Extension in Yorksville. We'd love to have you join us for an in-person service.